Good evening, or afternoon, or whatever time it is there. What's up? I'm Brian, and I'm here to tell you about Movie Meltdown, and more specifically, the Meltdown Horror Club. You see, that's a regular feature where myself and several other creatures of the night get together to discuss horror movies and, well, whatever else comes along with that. But why should I tell you about it when I can just let you listen for yourself? You see, we usually sit right over there and record.
It, weirdly gave me nightmares.
And see, that's the thing. It seems...
I watch scary stuff all the time,
Right.
and I had trouble sleeping the night that I watched it.
If it's a house that people keep dying in because of the dead hookers, I really need to know that. Though I have noticed as an adult, air quotes,
yeah, we're definitely
watching it,
all air quoting it.
There's strange little nuances that make the show even stranger than what it was. Like there's one, for example, they're all sitting around the house, the phone rings, the teenage daughter picks it up and she's like, "Oh, hello." And she starts talking all flirty, like, "Oh, not doing much." And, just going on like, oh, teenage girl talking to a teenage boy. And then all of a sudden she's like, "Dad, it's for you," and hands the phone to her dad. It's her dad's boss that was on the other end of the phone. So there were other things too, but that was the one that stands out right now.
Interesting.
I was like, there's a deeper level to this that I don't think I ever picked up on before.
Weird.
Yeah. Felt like visually and pacing wise, they were basically writing a love letter to the old Hammer films.
Yeah.
Especially the ones from like 69 to 70, 71. Where it's got that kind of slow, creepy vibe to it, but it just...
I'm a sucker for a really creepy old house.
Oh, yeah.
So I love that they kept that and didn't try to modernize that part of it.
And then he's laying there like maybe you think he's dead, and then a giant, dinner plate sized CGI spider climbs out of his mouth.
Ooh.
That I guess was the ghost version, some manifestation of the ghost that had possessed his body, is the best that I'm making sense of, because none of this is ever explained.
How to sell a haunted house like any other home on the market. Haunted house law and the duty to disclose.
See,
Haunted house law.
I feel like
I want to be that lawyer.
I know.
It makes me question what this ghost hooker is thinking. Do you not see his weird hair? Come on. Just throwing yourself at his back porch. Come on now.
It sounds like a euphemism.
And
I'm going to start using that all.
a bigger question I have is why...
First of all, is every episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark centered around, here's a kid talking to some creepy adult that they really probably shouldn't be?
A lot of them.
Because I remember in your stories, I was like, why are these kids just hanging around with weird older
they'll
people?
have part-time jobs working for old German people.
This kid gets his picture taken at school, who is a creepy looking guy that would run a photography studio.
Is he German?
No, he's just a weird, middle-aged, dorky white guy that needs a shave, and he just looks like he would be preying on these children, essentially. But he goes by himself to his photo studio.
Oh no.
Yeah, does that not? Red flags all over the place. And I was just like, this is twisted. So, yes, the idea is already out there, and darker on the kids' version, really, so...
When they split her open, she looked like it's like if a fourth grader tried to make their own Cenobite costume. Which...
Oh my god, I love that description. Yes. I've watched a lot of horrible things in my time, and I was still sitting there making audible noises.
Me too.
Oh god!
Me too.
Just exclamations and weird noises. She's not freaked out at all by this.
Even if you're not in an alternate reality, there's an orgy going on that you weren't. They didn't say, "Hey, come to our orgy." It just shows up in your house.
Your house is now housing the orgy.
You weren't invited to the orgy.
Well,
but you got a front row seat.
If I go home and open the door and there's an orgy going on at my house that I didn't know about previously, I'm going to react somehow. I don't know which direction I would go.
All right, let's get this going.
If you walk into an orgy that you're not affected by, that means you've been to at least 10 orgies at minimum.
I think, yeah, you get a punch card, right?
Because I've been, I don't know.
Your 11th orgy's free.
I've been to 0, so I'm pretty
So
sure.
you say.
Well, that I know of. I'm pretty sure that the words "wow" would at least escape my mouth.
Or at least a,
Would you look at that?
Bobby Dan. That's a pretty cool match.
When I was in high school, like some of the Spanish students went to Guatemala, and we, like one of the kids in the group, we would go up to this like preschool, like way up in the mountains in this super rural area in this like old janky school bus. All the roads were like dirt roads, so you're just like, like the entire ride. And one morning, one of my friends like got on the bus and he was just like, so that entire segment, I was like, yeah, I've been there.
And at no point the bus driver chose to stop. I mean,
chaos, utter chaos. Anyway, so that's what that made me think of.
oh, man. We'll see. There's our movie.
Yeah, all right.
There was a VHS company in the 80s that was, they specialized in the, the British horror films of like the 70s. But they were notorious for getting the reels out of order on the cassette. So you'd watch it. Yeah, well, you would watch it and you'd be like, oh, that guy just got an axe to the face. 2 minutes later, he's back and there's no explanation as to why. And then all of a sudden, he's gone again.
I'm out of here.
I don't know what I should know what a burning Polaroid smells like, but I don't.
Surprisingly.
Yeah,
actually.
that's what I'm saying. Given
As
my,
I know you,
my
I would
experience
assume,
with
yeah.
photography and fire. But if you lit anything on fire in a crowded school cafeteria, people are going to notice. Let alone if a girl is on fire in a crowded cafeteria.
Someone throw some water on that.
And then
everyone just stands around like, ah.
And then 2 girls ultimately were on fire in that scene.
You were just like, this is kind of
You know,
weird.
she was walking those kids around the house with a kerosene lamp. There's electric
Another
lights.
one of those moments. I was like, why is it so dark?
But there's electric lights in every single
She
room
turns
of that
on
house.
the light switch while carrying the kerosene lamp. It doesn't make any sense.
The number of times that they should not have split up and still split up, I was like,
Damn it. I've watched a lot of Scooby-Doo. That's how this works.
stick
You guys go that
together.
way. We're going this way. You're supposed to split up in any spooky place. That's the
That's
rules.
true, yeah.
So go to moviemeltdown.com and click on the Horror Club link there on the right-hand side of the page, and you can join the club. Then you'll become a Melketeer, and as a club member, you can get involved with what we've got in the works, possibly help pick some of our upcoming movies, and of course, you get access to all the exclusive Horror Club episodes. So go join now. We're just dying to hear from you.